Hi there, and welcome to this video lesson on analyzing fabric samples. We are going to explore the question, how can distinguishing fabric characteristics help us solve a mystery? But before we do that, let's look at our language and learning goals for this lesson. Our learning goal is, I can compare different samples of fabric. And our language goals are, I can talk about fabric samples using words like fiber, weave, thread, stretch, color fastness, dye, absorbency, and wrinkling. Let's think about the kinds of questions we can ask ourselves to distinguish one kind of fabric from another. Well, we can ask about whether the fabric stretches or not. Will the fabric stretch? Does it stretch only in one direction or does it stretch in all directions? We can also ask about the color fastness of the fabric. Now, color fastness just means how well the dye is set. So, does the dye fade or come out in water or in other kinds of solvents? We also test the absorbency of the fabric. Does the fabric absorb water well? Some fabrics absorb water very well. Think about towels, for example, but other fabrics actually repel water instead of absorbing it. We also test how easily the fabric wrinkles when we crumple it up. Does it return immediately to its original shape and texture, or does it keep some of those wrinkles that it got when we squished it up into a little ball? We also are going to carefully examine the weave of the fabric, ask ourselves what the weave looks like, or perhaps the fabric is a knit, which is a little bit different from a weave. We're also going to examine the individual threads of the fabric as well. Finally, we'll test the way a thread responds to flame. Will it burn? Will it melt? What does it smell like when it comes in contact with the flame? These observations can tell us valuable information about a fabric sample, including whether it's an artificial or natural fiber. Next up, let's learn more about fibers from the experts at Britain's CSI School. They'll show us how to collect and analyze all kinds of fiber evidence, including a very common form of fiber evidence you may not have thought of, hair.